Budgets are essential for reaching your financial goals, but it can be hard to stick to them. Here are some realistic tips to help you come up with a spending plan that actually works. Old-school personal finance books tell you that if you just create a budget and stick to it, then all your money problems will be solved instantly. But anybody who has ever tried budgeting knows that's not how it works. Even if you jot down every penny you spend for 30 days, and try to stay within your means, sometimes things don't always go as planned and you may find yourself spending a bit more than you originally budgeted for. Over the past 5 years, I've done a lot of trial and error when it comes to budgeting. I've set monthly budgets, annual budgets, and weekly budgets. I've tracked my spending using paper and pencil, worked off of spreadsheets, and downloaded a few apps to aid in my quest to own my budget. So, today, I'm going to show you what actually works. While each person's journey will be different, these budgeting tips are really meant as a blueprint to get the ball rolling on managing your spending. Step 1. Stop budgeting. Come up with a simple spending plan instead. Okay, I know you probably read that and thought, but this is about how to start budgeting. I know, but hear me out. Monthly budgets are often useless because we tend to underestimate our expenses. There are some things you just have to pay for each month, like rent, or a mortgage, if you have one, transportation, utilities, food, and debt payments. Then there are miscellaneous expenses, like car repairs, home improvements, vacations, and insurance payments. So what you need to do is stop obsessing over the detailed, track every penny budgets you've always been told were the solution and instead, implement a simple spending plan. Step 2. Track your spending, the easy way. Forget about manually tracking every penny. The goal is to set up a system that keeps track of all of your spending digitally, without any additional work from you, so you can access it if and when you need to. You can do this easily by using the single card method. This is when you use just a single debit or credit card for all of your purchases, or as close to all of them as you can, and let technology do all the tracking for you. One of the best ways technology can help your wallet is by eliminating the need to use cash, and therefore, eliminating the need to keep track of our cash expenses. Now, this is counterintuitive to what a lot of old-school financial gurus say about using cash as a mechanism to help you spend less. While that's partly true, the fact is that cash can also get lost or stolen. And, more importantly, cash is being phased out by the day. Electronic payments are here, like it or not, and the times you need cash, for anything, over a debit or credit card are fewer and fewer. But the best thing about using a credit or debit card is that you automatically have a record of all of your spending. So should you use credit or debit? If you have a tendency to buy things first and figure out how you can pay for them later, stick to a debit card, as that will keep you out of financial trouble. But if you're comfortable with a credit line and only charging what you can pay back in full each month, credit cards are more useful than most debit cards, especially if tagging and categorizing your purchases is important to you. Step 3. Know your fixed expenses. Setting up a personal finance app or downloading all of your credit card transactions is great for historical analysis of where all of your money goes. Looking forward, however, this data is less important. What you need to know are your fixed monthly expenses. These include things like your rent or mortgage, utilities, insurance, loan payments, minimum credit card payments, desired savings, investments, or additional debt payments. That last point is especially important. It's vital that you calculate how much you want to save, invest, or use to pay down debt first. To find what's left, do the following. Total your fixed monthly expenses. Figure out your monthly take-home pay. Subtract your fixed expenses from your take-home pay. This is what's left to spend, also called your spending allowance. You can spend this on whatever. Take out, wine, travel, basically anything that makes your heart sing. Step 4. Spend the rest without worry by using a spending allowance. Any extra money that you have left after your monthly expenses and savings is what I call your spending allowance. It's how much you can spend this month, on whatever you want, without worrying. You can keep a simple eye on how much of your spending allowance you've used for this month. For example, by using the single card method for all of your day-to-day spending. This is what I do. My household spending allowance is $2,500 a month. I eye our credit card balance throughout the month, and if it reaches $2,000 too far before the end of the month, for example, I know it's time to ramp down the spending a bit. Here's the main takeaway of this video. Budgets are overrated. They create stress and, many times, we simply don't stick with them. Instead, try having a spending plan in place, and adopt a fluid approach to money that allows you to adjust your spending as you go. Finally, try automating all your finances. That way, you'll have an overall view of where your money is going and allow you to assess opportunistic ways to save or invest.